Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering what does it mean to leave a legacy. Leaving a legacy is such an awesome thing, and writing a book can help you accomplish that goal. By the end of this video, you'll learn the power of sharing your lessons and why writing a book can help you cement your legacy. And stay tuned until the end of the video for some awesome tips to help you on the way. Let's dive in. Leaving a legacy is so powerful. It means that there's something beyond us. It means that we are focused on connecting with people that we'll never meet. It means leaving something behind for people, future generations, to chew on, to stew on, to think about, to motivate and inspire them. You know, when I think of people who built the legacy, I think of Jimmy Valvano. Every time the ESPYs comes around, you can listen to his speech, and you cry every single time. I mean, it's so powerful. You think about being sick with cancer and motivating and inspiring people to keep going, to never give up. I mean, what a great thing. You think of Lou Gehrig's speech. And not just sad things, but powerful things. The chocolate company founder Milton Hershey, creating an entire town and building a school that uses the chocolate company profits to keep going, to help low-income families to send their children to this school. Paul Newman, you think of Paul Newman, the actor from The Sting and Road to Perdition, and his Newman's Own Foundation and all these children's charities that he was associated with that carry on forward after he's gone. There's so many great people doing awesome things. Betty Ford, First Lady, destigmatizing treatment and, owning this legacy. And, it's really about carrying this message forward to help people, to continue to help people, and just to take this in such big, big ways. You think about the positive impact your life can have on others, and it's just the little things, turning into big things. It's the person helping you out when you're down. It's reaching out to somebody and checking in on them. It's, holding the door for somebody. It's going out of your way for someone. It's the little things turning into big things. Leaving a legacy means giving people your best, and trying your best to be your best, and really looking at the struggles you faced and trying to help people along who may be facing similar struggles, because the impacts you have, the lessons you have, especially when you're thinking about pulling yourself up from struggles, they're exactly what someone else should be hearing when they're at the point of time you were at the beginning of the journey, when you were at the bottom. Now that you're at the top or in the middle or wherever you want to be, it's great to be able to look back and lend a hand and pull somebody else up, maybe pull a lot of people up. Leaving a legacy means being committed to the future and seeing the positivity in the future. And it also means sharing your knowledge for a greater purpose. What good is it if you have all this information and ideas and great things and you don't want to pass them along? That's a disappointment. It's a disservice to the world if you have all this knowledge and you're not interested in sharing it. You're just interested in hoarding it. The beauty of a valuable life is not hoarding information, it's sharing it. Sharing it with as many people as you can. The little things that you learn, just to make life a little bit easier for somebody else. When you think about sharing messages, there's so many different ways you can do it. You can record video, you can write essays, you can write notebooks. But I really think writing a book and publishing a book is one of the most powerful and impactful ways to leave a legacy. Because it allows you to share your message as you wish it to be shared with the people that you need to share it with. This could be your relatives, this could be the public, this could be anybody, this could be a big number of people or a small number of people. But either way, it's the ability to get your message down and be able to hand it to somebody and share it with them. Books live on, books are timeless. You read books from the early 1900s on forward, on earlier, and it's interesting to read and see the connections of how life was then and how life is today, and how there's so many parallels and similarities, between the struggles people were facing then and now. That we're all part of this experience, this human experience, and we can all learn from these lessons and messages from the past. I've worked on legacy projects for people, and it was so empowering to see their opportunity to share a message with their relatives, to share a message with their community, to document their stories. I had one client who, was really focused on being able to be the one to tell the story. And I think there's some value in that. If you don't tell the story, who is? It could be somebody who you don't want to tell the story. Maybe the wrong story gets told. Maybe it doesn't get told at all. It's up for you to figure out what story you want to share, and understanding the why and understanding the purpose behind you wanting to tell it, whether it's informing future generations or helping people or something else, it's going to keep you going. When you're struggling, when you're having hard times with the book, it's going to keep you going with the project, because you know that there's a bigger piece here. And this isn't about fame. It's not about fortune. It's about leaving your stories for the future. It's about leaving your stories for other people so they can be informed about their world that they live in and making the most of their lives. That's the impact of having a legacy. That's the power of having a legacy. And I'm hoping that's the power that you're interested in pursuing, whether it's books or something else, being able to share your messages and being able to carry this forward, so people can look back and remember and celebrate the impact you've had. If you want to learn more about what does it mean to leave a legacy, I have another video I think you should check out as well. The title is How to Turn Your Life Story into a Book. By watching that video, you'll learn how to capture your message and some of my top writing tips. I think you'll take a lot away from it, and I hope it will be useful to you. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.